All right, what is up, guys? So, this is a big monumental day for me, and I wanted to make sure that I was sharing it with you because I am about to pay off the last bit of my $40,000 in student loan debt. Now, where do I want to start with this? I've been paying this off uh to the side a little bit because Amanda and I have been doing some other things with our money. We've been traveling, but in 1 year, really since I decided, you know what? Because my money is now going into a place, a policy where it's going to live and grow forever for the rest of my life, I feel much more confident and comfortable taking this money and spending it, putting it towards using it to pay off my student loan debts. Because before I had access to cash, I didn't have infinite banking policies set up. And I knew if I give up this money, if I send it to these student loan people, that money's gone. I will never see those dollars again. They will never make money for me again. And so after I got the infinite banking policy, I realized like, thank God, I have essentially the permission to spend. I can use OPM, other people's money, not my own money, can use other people's money to pay off these debts, these student loans, while my money continuously compounds in the background for me for the rest of my life. I try and get as many dollars to touch this thing as possible so I can then take them and utilize them in other places. Step number one is to pay off debts. We want to get rid of these. Normally it's high interest. So credit cards, car loans, student loans aren't high interest, but it's money that's going to somebody else that's not benefiting me in any way outside of paying the debt off. So when it came down to it, I'm like, all right, I can finally part ways comfortably with this money, knowing that it's not actually leaving my system. And that gave me a real sense of security and accomplishment and just an overall peace of mind that, you know, I'm ready to knock out these debts. I'm ready to see this money go out and pay for this stuff and no longer have that monkey on my back of the student loans and those monthly payments and all that stuff. So I wanted to make a video and share this with you guys because again, it's a big moment for me. $40,000 is not some drop in the pan. I know a lot of people are in far worse situations financially with student debt than I am. I know people that don't nearly have as much. My suggestion to you is if you have student loans at all, if you're making these payments, if you're doing all this stuff, reach out to me. Understand this first. If you understood how the math works, they don't want you to ever pay these loans off. Like, it's so sad once you realize how long you're going to be paying this for until you pay it off. And there's some things out there, the student loan forgiveness, all this type of stuff that you think's going to happen. Maybe it will happen if you pay for this long. None of that, understand, none of that really actually matters. At the end of the day, they don't want you to pay this off. They just want to keep collecting interest on you. And, it's just like credit card companies. They're like, no, it's cool, man. Just keep racking it up. Just keep racking it up. So if you have student loan debt, if you have credit card debt, whatever it may be, and you feel some type of way about it, like most people do, and you want a better way, you're like, hey, I got some cash here. I've maybe been meaning to pay this off, or I'm doing this on more of a monthly basis, but I'm having a hard time parting with this money because once I send it out, it's gone. It's gone forever, and that sucks. If that's you, let's have a conversation about how infinite banking has helped me pay off my credit card debt, how it's helped me pay off my student loan debt, and how that money's continuing to work for me, making me money. And now that I'm debt free, how I'm taking the money that I'm making and sending it out to make me money. We're talking about 12, 15, 18% returns in safe places, safer places, much safer than things you may be thinking like, you know, the market. So if that's something that you're interested in, I'm just here to help educate you guys. I'm just here to get you the information. I just want to let you know what I'm doing in my own personal life. In no way do I feel like I have all the answers. But what I will tell you is things have been going pretty well for us financially, in life. We travel a lot. All of these things are falling into place. And none of that would have happened if we didn't take the necessary steps to do the things that need to be done. And one of those things is setting up an infinite banking, participating whole life policy for myself, my wife, my son, all of these people, so we can take back control of our money. So before this thing signs me out, I am going to pay off the last $5,559.26 of my $40,000 in student loans. And I'm going to be debt free heading into 2025. No credit card debt, no student loan debt, simply just some rental properties in our current home that we live in mortgage wise, which I got to say, at 32, about to be 33 years old, being debt free, having this, it's actually up there, having this diploma back there for whatever it's worth, and having some solid cash flow coming in, really having myself and my wife and my son in the position to be making money with our money, whether we're spending it outside the policy, whether it's in other investments, whatever it may be, we know that this money is working for us for the rest of our life. And again, I just bring this back. Last thing, just want to help you guys get educated. I want you to understand the power behind this. So many people think like, I don't know what they think about whole life, what they think about infinite banking, what they think about any of this stuff. But what I know is it's real. What I know is I just about to pay off $40,000 in student loan debt. What we did was pay off $15,000 in credit card debt. Like, it's real. For some people, it may take more time than it did for us, but everybody's situation is their own, and we can help you set up a plan to show you exactly what that looks like. All right, let's pay this bad boy off. So, current amount due, I'm going to give you the full $5,559.26. Like I said, it's 12/17, December 17, 2024. Knocking this out before the new year. So we're going into 2025 completely debt free. Remember, guys, this money came through my policy first. This came through my infinite banking policy. So I sent that money into my infinite banking policy. I then took a loan from my infinite banking policy and used that money to pay off this debt. Now, the payments I should have been making to my student loans, those monthly payments, I am now taking that money and I am repaying the loan that I took from my infinite banking policy. So I want you guys to understand how that works. I take all the money that I would have gave to the student loan people. I put that money into an infinite banking policy. It's a participating whole life policy. Infinite banking is the concept. I then take a loan from the cash value of my policy. I take that money and I pay off the student loan. I then take the money I was paying to the student loan company for the repayments, and I now pay that back to my policy as a loan repayment on a monthly basis. I could pay more. I could pay less. It's completely up to me. But all that money, if I'm going to play good banker, is now reallocated to paying myself back. And that, my friends, is how infinite banking works. That's how you become in control. Something happens, if an emergency, whatever it may be, and I need to skip a payment, skip 2 payments, skip 5 payments, skip paying for good. Well, nobody's going to come knocking at my door because I'm the banker. I make the rules. But again, if you're going to be a smart banker here, if you're going to be an honest banker, you want to set up repayment plans and pay yourself back on your own time. So here we go. Submit the payment, and we are good, my friends. Your boy is now student loan debt free. Oh my gosh. I can't tell you guys how much stress that put on me for I don't know how many years. I graduated college. Should have graduated earlier than I did, but playing basketball at Division One, they're like, "Hey, you don't need to take that many credits." So, it took me 5 years to graduate. But knowing I had this $40,000 monkey sitting on my back for the last I graduated in 2015 from college, so almost 10 years now. Holy shit. Um, it's a lot. You come into a marriage, you have these loans, you're like, "Hey, I love you, you love me. This is the baggage I have, $40,000 in student loans." No, I haven't been paying it back because I've been kicking the can down the road. It's a huge relief to finally say, you know what? Getting things right in my life, putting the proper things in place. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I would have not paid this off, this $40,000 this year. I would have not paid this off if I did not first put that money into an infinite banking policy. I keep saying infinite banking policy. I don't want to confuse you guys. It's a participating whole life insurance policy that allows me to practice infinite banking. So if you want to learn more about this, it's not magic. We're not, just printing money like the Federal Reserve is. This is hard work. This is money I made. This is time, energy, and effort I put in. But understanding that I made $40,000 that I was going to pay to these student loans, and I didn't want to lose that money for the rest of my life by putting it into this policy and having it work for me and using OPM, other people's money, to pay this off and then have the flexibility, the time, the schedule, the whatever it may be to pay myself back when I want to, when I need to pay myself back. So I am officially student loan free, and I can't wait to help you set up a plan where you can do the same thing, whether it's credit cards, whether it's your car loan, whether it's student loans, doesn't matter. We can set up a plan to help you knock this out much faster than you would have, while also building an asset that's going to pay you for the rest of your life. All right, y'all. As always, the information is free. The knowledge is priceless. If you're interested in finding out how you can also do this same thing, again, not magic, I'm not a magician, although I do like magic, not Chris Angel. If you're interested in finding out how you can do this same thing, please drop a comment below wherever you're watching this video, or head on over to the website, legacylifeandretirement.com. Book yourself a free cash consultation, and we can have a discussion about how infinite banking works, what the deal is behind participating whole life, how this is a 200-plus-year-old product that the wealthy have been using for years and years. Because once you pay off the debt, last thing I'll say, once you pay off the debt, now the money that you're making, that you're able to go send out and make you more money with, that's where it gets fun. That's where the massive returns come in. That's where everything really starts to get cooking, and that's where you really start to enjoy becoming your own banker. All right, y'all. Until next time, peace.